be live now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign, Roaches. Our recap today will be done by Lodwick, and also, as you can see, we have 3 new players who will introduce themselves after the recap.
So, should I also summarize the previous sessions for the
I
new
think
ones?
I have given everyone like super quick summary, but sure.
Okay. Well, basically, we all started in the city of Berg, where we were approached by a guard to ask and help him to find out the whereabouts of his patron and lord, a duke that has gone missing.
That's that's like kind of wrong already. Um,
Oh,
uh, you weren't really approached by a guard that came like from a blackboard, and it's not the Duke who's missing, but a contact of the Duke.
it was a contact. Because of the link there was between the Duke or the contact with one of our former players. I misunderstood it. My apologies. So we in short, it came to the fact that we went we went in search of that contact, and we went to a village where we found that everything was devastated. At least everything that was or could be considered alive: food, drink, um, crops, all of those things, animals, domestic animals, farm animals, everything was gone. We found a trapdoor with a wounded man beneath it, and he pointed us out to a cave or a cavern where the rest of the villagers were taken prisoner. We went into that cave, discovered some ghastly creatures, mostly demonic, if I'm not mistaken, looking like roaches or insectoids and things like that. Of course, a fight broke out. We prevailed and returned to the city after the villagers, most of them were safe. They were starting to turn into those bug-like demons or insectoid demons. It was something strange. It was some kind of ritual, transformative ritual that was.
Yeah, they're getting like fed meat and stuff.
Yes, indeed. So we wanted to know and learn more about this. So we went into the slums to a snitch called Bugs R. After some shiny motivation, meaning we fetched a gold piece, Bugs R pointed out into the direction of a rundown home. We went there, found a woman. We questioned her about the strange matter in the village where we found those strange rituals. And she told us that her husband, who would know more, was taken to jail a couple of days ago. We went to the jail, uh, did a stakeout, first informed what it was. Apparently, he would have stolen something very valuable, the jewels of the mayor, I think. Uh, which was a treasure worth 10,000 gold pieces. Probably an exaggeration, but never know. We did a stakeout because we didn't have the money to pay the fine, but the stakeout did not if anything. Follows
Yeah.
that we try to gather. So no, it led it nowhere. Well, then we decided, or at least by one of our party members, who is no longer in the party apparently, we decided to go to the place where the Duke was staying. Here I'm right. Am I not? Or was it all?
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Um,
Got an audience with them.
we encountered a merchant with a broken cartwheel, Jens Jedenstag. But nothing very special came out of it. Arriving at the city, we went into the mansion of the Duke that was quite heavily protected with several magical wards against some types of magic, especially is illusion and enchantment. And there we had a talk with the Duke, which informed us, or through his daughter at least, who was an arcane, was a wizard or someone who studied the magic, who let us know that apparently those demonic creatures would be tied to a being called Kishigal, which would be a demon lord of an that uses demonic roaches to invade the world, and he, she, or it would have done so about 300 years ago. And that was about everything I have written down. So there we ended also the session, I think.
Picking up, starting off from there, you two are still in the mansion. I think you were looking around some magic scrolls. I think you were looking around or looking for some magic scrolls from the Duke's library. Did I?
By asking it through his adoptive daughter.
Yeah. I think I posted the list of spells somewhere.
You did.
Okay. So those would be the ones that you would be able to copy if you had like the ink and stuff. And so interested in all the spell scrolls and the similar stuff. The person whose name I already deleted from my document, I'm an idiot. Finranor stayed there, or decided to stay there and study more of the spell scrolls. So after you did all the copying, writing down that you wanted to do, the Duke invites you back into his room because he wants to inform you that for the fight against the demonic cult, he would also equip you with some magic items. Specifically, what he has. He first hands you and Mel a pair of manacles. Or not really a pair. it's two manacles, but they are only really like they don't have a chain between them, and they look like they have like a small spike on the inside. He explains that those manacles are able to. It's quite painful to put, and takes about a minute to put these on, but once you wear them, they will basically read what any impurities in your blood, and should there be any, they would start to glow. These would basically check for poison or disease or, incubating demonic monstrosities. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
usual things.
Yeah, you know that alien moment where it pops out of your chest?
Yeah. They're basically there to prevent something like this. Then he would have boots of mist, which are basically boots with soles, like the shoe sole, not the sole, made out of mist. While one wears them, one is floating like about 5 centimeters above the ground. Your steps don't make any noise, so you have advantage on stealth checks that are related to moving, and you have advantage on saves against spells that affect the ground, like earth tremor and grease while wearing them, and are undetectable by tremor sense. And the last thing he has would be a thinking stone. It is a stone that it's a stone that can think. That's the basic idea. It can offer a help action on basically all intelligence skill checks, but while it can do that, it is a little bit grumpy and needs to be convinced of that. So basically, you can make a persuasion check to get an advantage on the next intelligence check you make. Other than that, he would also mention that he would have some more magic items if he hadn't sent them with 3 people to a negotiation salesman who lives up in the mountains. And he hasn't heard back from those 3.
And how long ago was this, Your Grace?
Like 8 days. The way up there should only take 2 days, and then 2 days back, so it's starting to be suspicious.
Well, Arahant is glancing at Mel Stonegazer with a little look in his eyes, saying, "Shall we inquire into this?"
I don't know if it was enough to take down 3 magically armed adventurers. It's only the 2 of us.
I would, and the Duke speaks up, I would have some devices guaranteeing your safety. I'm assuming he's holding these people hostage expecting more payment from me. And that he might receive. He pulls out, or he gets a butler and whispers something into his ear, and he scurries off. And a few minutes later, that butler shows up with a metal lockbox. So I do have, I don't know what that guy is thinking. I know he's a powerful magic user in his own right, but he shouldn't be powerful enough to defy me. And he should know better, as in knowing that he shouldn't mess with me. I will forgive him this once because I value his information, and ask you to deliver this, and he gives you the lockbox, and tell him that should he try something like that again, let's say it will not be go out as pleasantly for him as this time. Also, should a conflict break out, he hands you, I'm assuming he hands Arahant a potion. Just break this on the floor near him.
Okay. Thank you, Your Grace.
And I will have to inform you that while what is in that lockbox is something that man desires, it's something you should probably not look at for your own peace of mind.
No, you've been gracious to us, so we'll carry out this task for you.
Yes. Yes, we will. Thank you, Your Grace.
Yes, you may leave now. My servants will show you to the door. And they do.
Presume Alham would want to say some goodbyes to Finranor, given they were closer.
Well, he was a. We went to the same school together, so I will say my goodbyes to him. We will have some quick talk, and then Arahant rejoins Mel and departs onto the location that was given to us, which was a village about 2 days from
A
where
mountain. It's a person living in the mountains. About 2 days from here, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. And to cut to the chase a little, so we can actually involve the other players. The journey isn't very long. It's just that it's a pretty tall mountain, and so tall that up there it's like very snowy and just generally harsh conditions which slow down travel immensely. But other than that, you manage to climb up, or the track up, without much of a problem. Just consuming food for today. and arrive at a cave where you can see light from what you would assume is some sort of fire flickering inside.
Got your back.
Thank you. I'm not really a fighter, but not having a familiar at my disposal, Arahant will enter gingerly to the. What do we see? A cave?
Yeah, okay.
A cave. Well, Arahant will enter gingerly into the cave. Is it dark inside?
No. You could see the fire flickering from the outside. It's actually lit up by torches, and you can see an even larger light source basically shining through behind the bend in the cave. You can also hear a deep voice saying, "Come in."
Yeah, we're good, like 15 paces behind our end.
Well, Arahant will go in.
What you can see in there is a cave with a big campfire in the middle. Sitting before the campfire with at a small distance is a huge creature which you would probably identify as an ogre. There are multiple why do I always forget the word? Shelves filled with books standing around in the cave, and there is currently there's also three other people inside that cave with the ogre. There is a dwarf who's currently reading a book to him. There's a strange elephant person who's currently cleaning the cave with a rather makeshift looking broom, and what you would identify as a satyr currently roasting meat above the campfire.
Those are the three figures that we see together with the ogre and the man who asked us to come in.
The ogre is the man who asked you to come in.
The ogre is the man. Okay. They're with four in there.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 total people.
And those people may now start describing themselves. Starting with Clark, because I think he might leave for a short bit soon, so he should probably go first.
All right. So you see a what looks to be a mountain dwarf, about 4 foot 5 inches high, brown hair with a hint of red in it, brown eyes, from what you can assume over 200 pounds in weight as well. It's hard to guess his age, but for a dwarf, he seems not to be really on the older side. Yeah, and what else should I introduce? Because I don't know how far I should, or what I should explain more.
I mean, you could also go like with what you're wearing, like
Oh,
your
right.
equipment stuff.
He's currently wearing some chainmail armor around his chest with a more like a leather pants and what looks to be like a smithing kilt in front of it. He is, but that seems to be like the main thing. The when you look on his back, however, you see a pretty big for his size war pickaxe that he seems to have used, as well as some javelins.
Okay.
He also has a pouch with a lot of tools sticking out on his hip.
Then we'll go over to Mule, Mal, however that would be pronounced.
It's Mull, but yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Caro. You see before you a rather rotund-looking satyr. Very jolly, big, bulging belly, hairy chest. He's wearing very loose green and sort of silken robes that remind you like a sort of like a bathrobe that's open in the middle, and it's decorated with gold accents depicting leaves and vines and fruits of all sorts. He has long, flowing, curly black hair, a sort of nice and thick beard, and large ram-like horns that curve and spiral towards his back. And his eyes are remind you of a goat's eyes, but they're vibrant green in color. And around his neck, he has the large red ball necklace, the ones monks wear. And finally, on his back, he has strapped to his back. He has a huge gourd, which sloshes around as he moves, and he's humming a tune to himself as he's roasting the meat.
I have currently written you down as Will because that's like in your Discord description. Should I?
Yeah. I'll change my name to Will. Yeah, well, my real name is Will. My Discord handle is Caro. That's why I'm choosing myself as.
I didn't know if I needed to change that back or not.
No, it's okay. I'll change it.
Just like for class, I had written down Maurice.
Either Maurice, Dido, or whatever works fine. I'll change it.
Yeah. Anyway, and the last person would be left would be Bruges, the elephant person.
Alrighty, hi, I'm Dead, and you see before you a 7.5-foot tall elephant man. He's wearing just very loose, comfortable, and worn traveler's clothes. Two massive tusks coming out of his face, and you can see the tops of those tusks. Like the bottoms are pristine white, the tops have like speckled scorch marks across them. And you see on his back, what would be, quarterstaff for some people, but for him is almost like a walking stick, cane-looking thing that also looks like it was pulled out of a fire. And he's just absentmindedly just sweeping, using his trunk.
So he can like multitask. He can sweep with a broom and have a little duster in his trunk.
Yeah. Who wants to crouch to use a dustpan?
Do those three people seem like prisoners? Or
They seem very absent-minded. Like they don't seem like they have even noticed you. And the big ogre says, so you must be the new guys, Ashrites at Santa. Give me a reason to not do to you what I did to the last guys.
well, a stiff warning from the Duke.
Okay, and do you have anything of value?
Hey, give us a box to hand over to you that you said you'd
Oh,
care
yes,
about.
A
indeed,
box.
my apologies. And Arahant takes out the box. He's a bit taken aback about the fact that there are three people that seemingly those must be those three people that the Duke sent. They still have their gear on them, weapons and things like that, but they're so well absent-minded or almost hypnotized that he's a little bit taken aback by it. And when Mel mentions the box, oh yes, indeed, my apologies.
Um,
Yeah, Mel's hand's definitely like on his trigger finger.
so depending on how close you are to him, if you are standing actually in front of him, he would immediately grab the box. Or are you standing at a distance?
Trying to resolve this diplomatically, Arahant will be standing in front of him at maybe 5 feet or so.
He will
with,
just
with, with, with the box in his hand.
he will just use the reach that he has as a large creature to just basically rip it out of your hand.
Oh,
That looks like that. So that's probably something inside that is dangerous, magical. Could it be he basically breaks open the lockbox? And if you are able to catch a glimpse of what's inside there, there's a jar inside. Ooh, that would do perfectly. Exactly what I need. So I know better than to make the Duke angry. I just thought my payment was a little bit lacking, but this is quite valuable. And so I'm assuming you want the information and you also want the people back.
yes, that was the reason why we came with your payment.
So he snaps his fingers, and the three people who were charmed before are now back to full consciousness and are also now fully remember what basically transpired. They when they came in, they were basically immediately hit by a charm spell, and for 4 days have spent the last 4 days doing menial labor in there, though they were relatively well fed, at least.
Oh my! What's going on? Where am I?
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Klopp's like gonna look at his hands in shock and be like, This will not do.
I say, what kind of a drink was it that you gave me? It was a mighty good kick to it.
Yes, it was a drink. You got me. It's ogre vodka. You might have heard of it. It's quite strong.
Oh, I've always wanted to try some. Do you have any more left?
I don't think I have much more.
Ah, that's a shame. Anyway, big fella, your meat's done.
And he basically grabs the roast. It's basically entire what you would assume is like a giant ram or giant goat's leg, and he immediately starts chomping down on it. So you wanted information about that bug cult, didn't you?
Yes. That was indeed the reason why we came, amongst one of the reasons.
So what they uh, are, I'm assuming you know about them being demon worshippers, or some of them being demons. But what maybe might interest you more are the roaches themselves, the little things that they have running around. Are you familiar with the concept of a hive mind?
I think so. Would this not be all minds that are working as one?
Yes. You might know things like these from creatures such as giant ants, normal-sized ants, like usually like hive-building creatures. But these roaches are also able to think as one, or at least have relatively swift communication amongst each other. And well, they are not really able to do anything with information they put forward. The cultists and demons sure do. So these things make an excellent spy network. And as you might be aware from other types of infestations of giant insects, the usual way to get rid of a hive mind or a swarm is to chop off the head of the snake, get rid of the queen, whatever is central to it. But just like a roach can keep thinking without its head, this whole thing is also, it doesn't have a head. It's all interconnected, or I guess the head would be the demon lord, but I'm not sure that's the part you would be able to chop off.
Yeah, I don't expect us to be downing any demon lords in any time frame soon.
Yeah.
Only in my dreams.
I will.
A Midsummer Night's Dream?
I will assure you, laying your eyes on such a thing is more of a nightmare than anything else.
Oh, the same could be said about Master Wushi's Zoids.
So you have encountered a demon lord.
I have been given visions. have been given insight by my master. I haven't personally talked to a demon lord.
Was he also in blue-skinned looking with having a broom in his hand?
Blue skinned having the demon lord or the master?
Well, I'm just asking the person from which, or the being from which you got visions. Because a couple of days ago, I did had a vision of a, I think, blue skinned being, and it had a broom in his hands.
He
Referring to the first episode.
yes. He starts laughing. No, never seen such a thing. Though maybe I ah he seems to think something about that particularly funny. But no, that's not at all how any demon lord would look. And though if you were talking about my master, she could be described as having blue skin, I guess.
I was not inquiring about your master as in particular. It was more about the vision that you had, and I assumed that it would have been a vision of a demon lord, but
Yeah,
apparently not.
no, the vision was of a demon lord. Like I said, it's not a vision as in like it came to me in a dream or anything. It was basically she showed me through a spell. We gazed into her crystal ball and yes, saw what is down there.
Ooh,
No,
not
this
very promising.
spells and demon lords and stuff are all fine and dandy, but like, what are you expecting us to do?
What I expect you to do.
Well, I, for one, I'm going to have a drink. Any of you bad boys want one?
Yeah, I could wet my whistle.
Oh, fantastic. Let me pour you a nice tall one. Mull will sort of shakily wobble over to you. He's as he moves, he's swaying slightly. You can tell that he's quite drunk. He reaches clumsily behind him, spins the gourd around, uncorks it, and sort of takes out a very chipped ceramic cup, pours a very generous amount of clear-looking liquid, and hands it to you.
Well, thank you. Pick it up with my trunk.
As you take a sip, it is very strong liquor. You'd probably guess that it's at least 100, well, not 100, but like 60 to 80 proof.
You mind giving me some of that as well?
Oh, sure, I've got enough for everyone.
Thank you. It's
And
not
so-
more of an ale, but I mean, I guess it'll do.
And so Mull will spend the time pouring everyone drinks.
So, you want to know course of action? I guess, let me see. You know, I happen to know quite the few things going on in this area, and we have been observing strange things happening at a mining village, quite basically at the foot of the mountain.
What
we're,
sort of strange things?
you know, the usual people going off to strange sites in the woods. An unusual amount of vermin littering the floor in the forest, and people wearing symbols that good folk should not be wearing. Not that I care much about whether folk are good or not.
Well, you should. Good folk keep the best company.
I must say, you sure did.
Oh, thank you. You're not so bad yourself, despite the whole charming thing. I don't hold it against you.
It was a dirty trick, but can't say I haven't been defeated.
Well, as captivity goes, it wasn't so bad, was it?
I've had worse.
Yeah, that charm really packed a wallop. They usually don't work that well on me.
Anything's possible if you get me drunk enough.
In any case, you lot wanting to accompany us, or
You know, I was waiting for you to say that, lad. I could use a nice place to walk. Shake off the foggy atmosphere of this cave. No offense, big guy.
Yeah, I guess you're free to go, but if you want to ever make some food for me again, you're very welcome to.
Well, if I'm ever in the area, I'll certainly stop by.
Then I guess you can leave, and should you require some more things, some more information about the region, you know where to find me, and hopefully you have payment.
Mel just grumbles and goes out the cavern.
Moo will attempt to bow before him by placing both his palms together and inclining his head, but then he sort of wobbles a bit and begins to fall face first. But then just before he hits the ground, he shoots his hands out and then pushes them out from underneath him and launches himself back onto his feet, wobbling slightly. That was getting me dizzy now. Anyway, so long, fella. I'm off to see the wider world. I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I've spent my money on whiskey and beer. And he wanders off singing.
Bruce just leaves.
Clarf is gonna follow them behind, just staying silent, thinking about how to actually murder this fucking ogre at some point.
Valid enough. Well, Arahant will say, most gracious of you. I bid you farewell. And he turns and also steps out of the cavern. Rejoins the Mel and the other three. I suppose that you are the three people that were sent out by the Duke.
Oh yes, the Duke. Yes. I remember him now.
Mel kind of narrowing his eyes at the elephant man and drunkard. Where are you lot from? Never seen your kind before.
I'm from here. I'm from there. Well, you could say I've been everywhere. But if you want to be specific, lad, I'm from some place you can't reach quite easily. Let's put it that way. A place where dreams are born. Laughter is. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, something about. Anyway, drink. Anyone?
Mel immediately turns to the elephant. And you?
I was gonna say the same as little guy, but then he got weird. I just kind of go, come and go, nomadic.
Oh, do you guys mind? Sorry.
I think we went over this already. Haven't we? Didn't we know? Didn't we take like 2 days to get up here together?
The three
Maybe.
of you, yes, but not for Mel and my character.
Oh yeah, what? Wasn't this one of the guys who came with us, asking the question like, "Hey, what the fuck are you people?"
No.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, thought that was someone else.
Oh, do you guys mind briefly describing your characters real quick? The ones who haven't.
Oh, let me pull up my things. I gotta remind myself.
I will take that time to refill my water.
Sure.
No,
yeah.
I don't know why I'm
Yay.
drinking so much today.
middle-aged human, about 6 foot.
Your character
Blue
name? Sorry.
My character name Mel Stonegazer. Yeah, Mel Stonegazer.
Cool, Mel. Alright, sorry, continue.
Yeah, 6 foot tall, middle-aged, with ashen gray hair.
Human?
Yep, human. Wearing a bit of scale mail, and you can see a very ornate crossbow, heavy crossbow that he's very proud of. That he, if you ask him about it, will go at length about it and the craftsmanship in it. Elijah just has a short sword at his side, and that's about it on his attire. He has various little tinkering tools on him on his belt, and
Cool.
that's about it.
Thank you.
And about my character, what you see is a young man, human.
Oh, sorry, what's your character's name?
Um,
Load, right?
yes, I've put it in the chat. Arahant Cerulean.
I see you.
So he presents and says, "Oh yes, my manners. My name is Arahant Cerulean, and I am from a small farming village, a rural village, not far from Berg.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, my lad.
And what you see is a human man of in his mid-20s, something like that, with short brown hair, blue eyes, and he has robes that are a dégradé of blue, gray, and white. Has also a staff in his hands, and you can see a book or a tome that is bungling on a little cord around his middle.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Bruges.
Same here, I guess. My name is Clarf. Clarf Molbrud. Does anyone else speak Dwarvish?
Oh, not me, sorry. But my name is Mull. They call me Mull the Drunk. I think you can see why.
So Mul, dan Clarf. And the last one was Bruges,
Yep, that's me.
like the city of Bruges.
Yes. Spelled different, but
Smell the okay. I am from Bruges, Belgium, so I've been born there, living there, for 46 years now and 1 day. So yeah, I was a little bit confused. Okay.
Yeah.
Well met. Yes, we were sent by the Duke um, to look about your whereabouts because he wondered where you were, and he imagined or that there would have been some kind of foul play from that person.
Well, he was correct on that one.
Yeah. Good of him to send people, though.
Oh,
Most would just assume, oh, they're dead.
he's a real a fine, upstanding lad, that one.
Now, how'd you find yourself under the spell of that one?
I don't rightly remember. It's quite a blur. That's normal for me, so.
Nah, I bet.
You mentioned something about the drink, so maybe the the drink that he was presenting you was drugged with some kind of very potent um, agent or reagent that made you hallucinate.
Oh, it could be. I couldn't rightly say. Ogre vodka, he called it. Right, strong stuff it is.
Yeah,
I don't mean
really.
to be. Oh, good.
Yeah, that stuff will really singe your nose hairs.
Aye, but it's not the strongest stuff I've drunk.
I don't mean to give a prickly welcome. Just want to know that the people that I'll be trusting my life on whatever this shit is we're getting ourselves into can have a little sense and not fall into a trap like they did. That's all I'm saying.
Trust
That's
me,
fair.
that's the first time I've ran into a trap that stupidly. Not gonna name names, but
Oh,
Not
you can. Oh, don't have to
Don't-
worry about me. I'm quite handy in the fight. And as if to prove his point, he's going to sort of shadow box, but then he's going to stumble and almost fall over, and then you'll give a big grin.
I like whisper to Arahant. I don't know if we should trust this lot. I don't know how far they're gonna get. Especially that one. He points at the drunkard.
Well, from where I come, my parents always said, give someone a chance to prove themselves. First impressions, you know.
Said the first impression was being under the eye of that ogre. But you have a
Yes,
point.
but that was the point of my of what my parents said. Sometimes a first impression can be the wrong one. So we shall see. Let's investigate. Let's investigate what happened to those people down the foot of the mountain, and we shall see.
I agree. I'd like to get some information on this.
Oh yeah, I don't remember if I already mentioned it last session, but I think I mentioned that the Duke has also given you a decree to basically be able to check that you or a document stating that you're working for him and you should be let into things. Like,
Oh, like the prison and stuff, maybe.
mhm,
Yeah.
yes.
That's 2 days away. We'll check out the bottom of this mountain first. Since we're already here.
The more perceptive people in the party, Mull and Bruges, would, while leaving the cave, see that the entrance is watched by two huge wolf or white wolf-like creatures that are quite well camouflaged in the snow a short distance away. They are just basically lying there and watching as you pass by.
Well, you best get a move on all those wolves over there and get a nice nip out of us.
Well, they seem friendly enough.
For now, at least. But trust me when I say, when the guy gets drunk, drunk and hungry, as I meant to say hungry, he gets quite wild. Sorry, I tend to ramble a lot when I'm a bit tipsy. You'll get used to it, I'm sure.
Haven't yet.
Well, they say a drink calms the nerve, but
Don't I know it?
Yeah, Mel's already walking down the mountain, just frustrated and grumbling.
You notice that even though Mull is swaying very tipsily, his footing is absolutely almost sure-footed due to his hooves. He's like a mountain goat. No matter how steep or awkward the incline, he's always level with everyone else.
he's keeping his footing. Those wild animals. They seem threatening for the moment, or are they just sitting, laying,
That's
standing
fine.
there?
Like, watch it or keeping guard from what he describes. What it sounds like.
They are basically watching the entrance with great interest. Just just staring at you walking past.
Okay.
They also seem like way larger than other wolves.
But they do not start attacking us. They're just
No.
looking at us.
They are just looking at you.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if there is no aggressive move from their part, Arhant will do his best to take some to have some distance between them and him, and starts following Mel down the mountain.
Sorry, it's Mull.
No,
Who's also-
I was talking about
Oh,
Mel.
yeah, we have two. Yeah,
Mel
Mel and Mull.
Stingley.
Yeah, that's gonna get really
Mel
confusing.
and Mull.
That was totally unintentional.
Yeah.
Clove is gonna head shortly behind you two.
And Bruce is just going to trundle along in the back. Shockingly enough, a giant elephant man doesn't do so great on hills.
I mean, I guess they are able to cross mountains, at least under the right leadership.
Oh yeah, some can. Bruce can't.
I guess it's not the Alps.
Yeah, like it is comical seeing Mull, the drunken man, like stumbling around but being completely level, and then Bruges entirely sober, barely able to stand upright.
Yep.
Not exactly the most nimble of beings.
While walking down, what you notice is that, or what the three people notice is that the objects that they were originally supposed to offer to the ogre for the informations are still on them. hasn't even he hasn't even tried doing anything with them. Those
So who would have what?
I don't know if you had split it up or not, but the items are a longsword, a shield, and a spellbook.
Well, neither of them Maul can use, so he won't be interested.
Yeah, once Bruce realizes they have these, it's like, oh yeah, we still have these magic things we took. Anybody want them?
It's not my style. You keep in that.
Well, oh, well, a shield and a sword. I'm not. And then you see he's although Arahant is tall for a human, he's quite how do you say it? Lithe,
Live, yes.
Live.
lithe. But not. He's clearly not the. He's a bit thin. So well, I do not know about the weapons, but I do am interested in the book.
I figured you would be, lad. It seemed a reading sort. Me, I can't get past a few sentences. The words get all blurry, you know.
Yeah, he can't do more than read the label on the alcohol he's drinking.
Aye.
It's a start.
You get
So
me,
I
Bruce. You get me so well.
yeah, I'm good with people. I pass a Arahant the book.
Thank you. Arahant is looking at Mel Stonegazer and asking, interested in the shield or the sword?
I have my baby here.
Oh yes, your lady, which
I mean, if
is
nobody else wants it, then I
it's
can
very
change
deadly.
my shield for it.
Yeah, if you want it.
Be my guest. I would
I
not
hand
know
Clark
how
the
to
shield.
operate with the shield, so
Then I'll take the shield and yeah, replace it. Replace my old shield with it.
Also, the other two people also still have the three or kind of four magic items that they were given by the Duke. Which I don't think you ever decided who actually is wearing the boots.
Oh, is it one pair of boots? I thought he gave both of us a pair of boots.
It's one pair of boots.
Okay. So it was one pair of
Well,
boots, and then we each
those
got a
manacles.
manacle.
You each got a manacle,
Okay.
and one stone and one pair of boots.
Okay.
But
And those manacles, do we have to wear them constantly, or can we?
as long as someone wears them, they would check for any poisons, disease, or any other impurities in the blood,
Okay.
which should detect any demonic incubation stuff going on.
Hence the needles pointing inwards.
Yes.
I think having the sniper being able to sneak up and shoot things is probably a good idea. My thoughts with the boots.
Yeah, that
No problem.
seems logical. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some reading stuff, so I'm happy.
And then I will take the boots. Then I'm wearing the manacle because why not?
Hmm.
Did any of these require attunement?
The boots would require attunement.
Okay, so I can keep track.
We only got the boots and the manacles, huh? Those were the two magic items that we...
And that thinking stone.
Yes, the thinking stone. Okay. Arahant will be holding on onto this one.
Yeah, I don't know what the stone does.
Thinking stone. Interesting.
I will.
So we still have this sword. Do we gotta return it or like hawk it or what?
Well, I mean, of us, the paladin could possibly use it. The monk can technically use it because they have that one feature that lets them make any martial weapon a monk weapon now.
Do you really want to trust me with sharp and pointy things now?
I mean, that's fair.
Well, you do have horns. Those are
Well, I can't
pointy.
really stab them myself with my horns now, can I? And trust me, I've tried more than once.
I believe
It was
your
a sight
word.
to behold.
Ah, you should have been there.
Yeah.
Ah, lads, the stories I could tell you. You'd be laughing for days. Or crying. Depending on your point of view.
Mel may not look it with his age, but he's pretty spry, so I don't think a long sword would be what he goes for.
The spell book that our hand got. What's in there is basically in there would be comprehend languages, detect thoughts, see invisibility. Basically the three spells you actually wanted to copy.
Mm-hmm.
In there would also be animate dead, blight, false life,
Wait. Blight. False life, yes.
and summon undead and vampiric touch.
Oh, see, they started off like a nice do-good wizard, and then they went full necromancer.
Well, I already choose my school of wizardry, so I'm not seeking answers. I'm giving IDs or given IDs against my will into my brain and in my dreams. So summon undead, and the last one was
Vampiric touch.
Ooh.
All useful spells in their own right.
Yes. Not really the modus operandi of Arahant.
Let's Lord out hunt.
Well, the wizard motto is better to have it not needed than to need it not have it.
Indeed. Okay, thank you.
And I think that was all regarding the items for now. I don't think any of you would currently be able to cast identification or anything.
Arahant could if he learned to identify.
No, but I don't think he has a pearl, right?
That's a good point.
Did he ever get one?
That we never established.
You probably don't have a pearl then.
Yeah, it needs to be 100 gold pearls as well, so that's
Yes,
pretty expensive.
indeed. So he do has the spell. From his one level in cleric in knowledge cleric domain, but He does not has the pearl to activate it. Not yet.
It's something we'll have to look for in the future.
Oh yeah, the actually the bindings or the cover of the spell book depict through two centipedes wrapping themselves around a demonic-looking face with 5 horns coming from it.
You just have this unassuming just Arhant and then this evil ass spell.
It's just reading material.
I will be having nightmares about this. But who knows? Maybe
But
there's a
you're
plan
hunting
brewing.
the cultists, right? And as I look you up and down and stare at the book, hunting.
Yeah, but it's a disturbing cover, but
You're blending in.
oh, well, I once we have the time and if I have some financial means, I will take the time to yeah, but I will read in this content and transcribe into my own book that I deem useful, and then I will, well, burn that thing here. So do not worry, my good friend Mel. I'm not planning on holding too long on that book, and indeed we are hunting cultists.
Kind of like gives you a glare. It continues going down.
Well, how about I liven up this moody atmosphere with some tunes? Mull will take out from his side a rather crude and simple-looking pan flute. You can tell it is hand-carved, most likely by himself. He puts it to his lips, blows a few times to make sure that it's in nice and still in good condition. Satisfied, he begins to play a nice melodic song. That was a 16 on the pan flute check. I used charisma as the attribute, which will make sense.
And you are indeed playing a rather lovely tune while you guys are traveling down the mountain. And if you don't have anything else to talk to you about for the way down, you would then arrive at the edge of that of the described village, leaving the snow behind you. Just from the just seeing the village from a little bit far away, it doesn't look like there have been a little bit strange things going on. It like it's swarming with flies and similar things, and there and you can't see a soul on the outside.
Oh dear, that's not a good sign, is it?
Well, this
No,
seems
it is
freaking
not.
creepy.
Only flies, or do we also see those roaches that Finranor, Mel, and Arahant encountered a session or two ago?
From your current position, it looks more like just black clouds almost moving through there. Can't identify really every single small thing.
Oh, I'm gonna need a nice kip to brighten up my spirits. Saying that, he's going to pour himself a nice, generous swig from his gourd.
Now
No.
seems
No one has a big fly swapper?
At the question of the fly swatter, Clarf is gonna like pull out his pickaxe and be like, "Does this count?"
Oh, I call him lefty and righty, and saying that, he'll lift up his fists.
well, is there no way Mel could get like a vantage point, like looking kind of down on the village?
Yeah, you could just go up the mountain a little bit and have a relatively clear view of the village. What are you exactly looking for?
Just trying to look down and better assess what's happened or what's going on.
Um, Looking down on the village, there there are no people in the streets. You actually see what you actually see a light coming from the mine or the mine entrance. You can also see that most houses have been violently opened and have like broken windows, open doors, or doors just lying on the floor. But currently the tavern, or the biggest of the buildings, is fully boarded up.
It doesn't look like it's been breached, at least from what I can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I'd say that whoever's left alive is hiding in there, most likely.
It'd be a good place to start, at least.
Hey,
Yeah, relay that information with the rest of them. That looks pretty rough. But if there's any people left, they're going to be in the inn. They've boarded that up. But I feel like whatever's caused it, other than the vermin that are swarming on the outside, are probably holed up in the mine, similar to that cavern that we dealt with our hunt. Maybe looking to do the same thing and make more of those creatures.
not if we can put a stop to it.
Now that's no time like the present. Let's go help some people.
The sooner we can get it done, the sooner we can relax and have a nice drink at the inn.
Just Mel will get off his perch and cautiously start heading towards there and try to get better eyes on things up close, or relatively close for him.
Yeah. Getting closer to the village, you definitely see roaches. Not like huge swarms, just a few like oh, what's the word? Like a few separate ones, just scurrying around the floor and moving from place to place. What you also notice is that even in like the fly swarms, there's also some like larger roaches in there. I would describe them as looking like Japanese cockroaches, but I don't think most people know how they look. Basically, like German cockroaches, but with like, I'd say 50% longer wings, so they are like flying roaches. Anyway.
Oh joy, my nightmares.
Hmm.
The joke's on you. That description doesn't help me either, because I'm in America.
I mean, I think the most common roaches in America are German roaches, so.
Probably, but I don't know how to associate the name with the The roach.
Anyway.
I'm in Canada. I've never even seen a roach. Wah.
So basically brown with 2 stripes. Anyway.
Point is, they bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mel gets himself at the ready and kind of motions the rest of you. Well, go on then.
Oh, I'm going. Mole begins to
Thick boy.
wobble his way towards it. Yep, he is indeed a thick boy.
Well, yes, but the picture.
I think that's actually a Turkish one, I'm not sure. That picture. Oh no, they are not called Turkey, they are Turkmenistan, I don't know.
That's literally what came up when I looked for Japanese cockroach.
Interesting.
It's a stock photo of one of them, so I hope it's accurate.
It probably is. Anyway, all I wanted to mention is long wings, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
They are nightmare hell creatures, and now they can fly.
Yeah. Although, thankfully, in real life, the ones that are good at flying are usually the ones that you don't need to be worried about. Because they like to be outside. Anyway.
We're free.
Do you go, I'm assuming you're making your way deeper into the village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mul said I think he was going. Wolf first said he was going in, so I'll be following behind him.
As you basically come across the main road, you see something very strange. Something very strange, which is a deer stumbling very sloppily, and like it has trouble keeping balance out of the forest, basically towards the road.
Mole, have you been giving alcohol to the forest animals again?
What do you mean again? Oh, never mind. Anyway, well, that deer doesn't look quite alright, does it? I don't think it's drunk.
No,
I think
it's
it
not.
might be
It
sick
look like
or...
manged or something.
It doesn't look to be well at all. You might give me a perception check. You notice to see if you can notice anything else on it.
Only an 11.
Yeah.
23, my boy.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yes.
Everyone or
I guess usually I'd say like 3 people at most, but because I didn't mention it first, I will let it count.
I mean, no.
No, I will let Bruce roll count.
Okay.
And he sees that that deer doesn't just look sick. It definitely has like holes in its skin, and it looks pretty dead. It also doesn't really. It walks with closed eyes, and from time to time you see like a few roaches just scurrying on it.
Oh, that thing. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, I got where that's going. Aren't we?
Oh, what's
You-
wrong? I can't quite see from this distance. What's
Yeah,
wrong with it?
do you let us know, Elephant Man?
Yep, it's yeah, there are that deer got roaches in them.
Is that a JoJo's reference?
Is it coming towards us, or like what kind of motion is it doing at this point?
It's yeah, it's walking in your direction.
Okay, well, Mel's gonna go ahead and line up a shot on him.
I will produce a ball of fire in my hand away from him to get in range.
Yeah, to at least put the thing down / stop it from doing whatever the heck it's doing.
Maul will get into a fighting stance, a very loose one, and that's sort of like with him swaying in motion.
I just figured I would probably get the first hits on it, or at least attempt
Cloth
a
is gonna like
range.
walk ahead bit so that most people are protected behind him and ready his war pick.
I don't know if you want us to roll initiative, or you wanted me to just fire a shot first.
I mean, it's moving very slowly. You would easily be able to just fire a shot.
Okay.
We just obliterate it.
Fire away.
That should hit. Oh boy, yeah. So as your bolt pierces it, it basically falls down split-legged, like basically like it's only really skin that's left of it, and there's a bunch of like roaches just scurrying out of it, carrying meat and bones.
Oh, that's quite grim. Oh, I didn't want to see that. No.
Oh, that ain't right.
And they're currently scurrying into like the bushes on the side of the road.
Yeah. Well,
I opt for burning the entire place to the ground.
That seems like a wise idea. Well, we need to get the people out first, of course.
nah.
Honestly,
good.
if I see one more creature like that one, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I might lose me lunch.
You've not seen the worst of it yet. Go on.
Let's get this over with then, I suppose. I think I do for love.
Sorry, did you say love?
Hey, the love of drink. What did you think I
Yeah,
meant?
okay, that I'm not 100%.
Alright then. Calm down, lad. Let's go.
So as you make your way closer, or you make your way to the tavern, and yeah, it's the windows are all boarded up, and the door is very much closed. What do you want to do?
Maul will walk up to the door and knock on it. Hello? Anyone inside? I could use a drink.
You
The doubtful look coming from Arahant.
from the inside, you hear a voice, a female voice answer. Who is there? Are there any more survivors out there? Are you looking for shelter? And then another voice. Don't let them in. They're probably one of them.
We're very much alive and cockroach free, thank you very much.
That's what I would say if I was some sort of insect host thing.
Do
Well,
I
we
s-
just saw a deer insect host, and it didn't really say anything, so we probably wouldn't be talking.
Oh, I saw them talk. I saw them talk, trying to lead us away before a thing burst out of them and just stabbed my brother.
Was there anything we could do to prove ourselves to you?
I don't know. What, do you have anything in mind?
Well, I
would
can sing you a ditty if that'll help.
Do you know if there's any others? Did they take anyone in the mines?
The mines is where they came from.
Do you think the roaches would be able to cast magic?
Oh, there's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. There's
Yeah.
such power in your smile, so don't be beguiled. There's never a teardrop should fall. And then he just continues on singing.
Haven't seen them at least.
So here, let me prove it, and I'll take my pickaxe and just ram it through the boarded up window.
We're not,
And, like shortly thereafter, pull it out and cast mending on it to repair it again.
oh, when elvish eyes are smiling, short is morning spring. When a tilt of elvish laughter, you can hear the angels sing.
Okay, I know we're not giving the best first impression.
How many of there are you? How many were in the village prior to all of this?
I think that's we're 27 people left in here. That village was about 100 souls.
And let us smile each chance we get.
I
See,
just palm Mole's head.
yeah, I don't think some cockroach man would sing as well as me, don't you?
Sure. Sure.
Do you want me to roll performance to see?
Yes.
Is there no reaction to the pickaxe through the window?
Yeah.
That's a 14 for performance.
There would have been an interruption if
Just a lot of screaming.
yeah. That was so as you hack your pickaxe to the window, he's like, that's quite the interesting spell. And then you just pull it out and basically fix it again. And he's like, oh, that's the spell, of course, yes. So
I have to say, I have quite magical properties in the way of convincing people with my pickaxe.
Oh, I see it, Brad. But I think me voice is the most magical thing of all.
Now, I say we check out these mines. Need to get them at the source, else it's just gonna keep flowing out of it.
Wait, before we do that, any of you got can spare a drink for me? I'm running low on me supply. Anything strong will do.
You hear some commotion on the inside, some glass clanking, and here the person asks, so would you mind breaking down that window and fixing it again?
Mo will turn to
If
Clark.
you give me a meat as well, yeah, and then I'll ram my pickaxe through the window again.
Yeah, there's basically there's a hand coming out of the window with a bottle of whiskey.
Thank you very much. You're quite the dear. Mo will happily grab the whiskey.
And shortly after, there's also a mug of ale going out.
Clark is just gonna take it, down it in one like huge gulp, and then hand it back and close the window again with mending.
Yeah. Thankfully, the person can pull back their arm in time to not be fused into a wooden board.
was interesting to get him out because I mean,
Just, all right, glad you enjoyed it. Wait, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Fuck.
That would be an interesting thing to show your doctor, to be sure.
Yep.
I don't know. I was in a
didn't have to,
disaster zone and the guy asked for beer, so I gave it to him, and he stuck my arm in a wooden plank.
Well, I'm
carrying
already.
around this tavern everywhere I go.
Lads, I'm all ready to go.
Thank God
Nice.
to your home visits, Doctor.
Let's go save this town from the beasties.
And with that, you make your way to the mines, always surrounded by the buzzing and scurrying of the flies and roaches surrounding you. Like I said, there's actually a light coming from inside of the mines. There's miners' lamps basically hanging from the walls in short intervals. Or not like full-on lamps, just those sheep lights you make out of like basically string and wax, or string and oil.
You can also make lamps out of intestine, stomach lining, because it's very thin. Well, at least we can see where we're going. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's going in like it goes like about into the cave or mine for about 100 feet before you come across a steel cage at kind of the end of the shaft, or at the end of the cave. On the inside, there seems to be a rope attached to a pulley, which is currently tied to like a metal rod. The cage is not does have an open door, like or it doesn't actually have a door. It's just the like shape of a cage, basically. There doesn't appear to be a floor under the cage.
Well, I am no cartographer, but I think the path is clear.
Oh, lead on then.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea for the drunkard to lead us.
Clark, you seem nice and bold. Why don't you do the honors?
Yeah, Clark will go ahead and he'll go ahead, yeah.
He goes ahead into the cage.
The cage?
Because behind that there's kind of a wall.
Oh, fair point. I'm gonna inspect the cage then.
Yeah. So it's like I said, it's an open thing, an open metal cage. It's see-through. You can see down and see a shaft below it. it seems to be attached to a rope at the top, and also there appears to be a rope connected to a pulley on the inside.
Then I'm gonna. How many people can fit inside this cage?
I would say about 3. If you're really squeezing.
Any one other person willing to like lead the way with me? Or should I go alone for now?
I don't think going alone is the right idea. Someone thin and spry should go with you. It's certainly not me.
I don't think it's the Elephant Man either.
Yeah, I was gonna offer, but then thin and spry.
Well, I will join you.
That would be lovely. And I'll go ahead to like one edge of the cage to leave room for load, right?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
Arahant.
character's name is Arahant. Yeah.
Yes.
Alejandro.
How do you change the name?
Right click on your character, and then you should say edit server profile. Click on that.
Oh yes. Hup.
Oh, I just noticed that I actually misspelled your name. I put the J before the I. Anyway. What?
Okay.
Okay, well. Okay, apparently you're the game master now. Like,
Someone wished for a rotation. Now that I got it.
That's usually just me rotating the camera. By the way.
Oh, good, I'm Mull.
Anyway.
So yeah, as soon as as we're both in, I'm gonna lower the pull on the rope to lower the pulley.
Yeah, and with that, the cage starts moving downwards.
And like with the last few glimpses of the others, I'm just gonna be like, wish us luck. We'll need it.
Yeah. So it's roughly.
Look at the. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a roughly hewn shaft leading downwards. It's you actually see a few like roaches actually crawling along like the sides of the shaft, carrying various bits of meat and plants down. And you basically need to actually pull on the rope to move downwards.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm gonna continue pulling on it, but I'll try to make it a bit erratic so that it shakes a bit. If in the worst case any roaches try to climb on, they get shaken off.
If you would let go of the rope for a short bit, it would actually move out of your hand, and the cage would actually go up. Meaning that you could.
No, I meant like more like pull,
Yeah.
hold for a second, pull, hold it for
Yeah.
a second, and so on. So I'm not letting go.
Yeah. As you go down and do like I don't know, do you want to go at like high speed, or do you want to go slow?
Like a good middle ground of like going fast enough that we won't take an hour to get down, but slow enough that I can inspect anything before we actually get to it.
Yeah. Um.
Well, actually, I just remembered something. I can go with them actually, because I've just remembered I can be shape.
Oh yeah.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, then you would be able to easily fit with like the other two. So you only would need to make 2 ways down and not 3. Um. Anyway, after it, after like around half a minute, you actually see like a tunnel in the side of the wall. Though it seems to also the lift seems to be also able to go down further, but there is a human-sized or like a tunnel obviously made for humans to fit through in the side.
Is it illuminated?
No.
I look over at Arahant and ask, so any light spells you got or something like that?
I have one. It's quite bright, but
I'll close my eyes.
he will bring his staff lower. He'll put his hand on the head of the staff like that, and gently blow a few times, and the head will start produce the light spell.
Nice Gandalf reference there. I approve.
Yes, indeed.
Um. Yeah. You light. You light up the tunnel, and you can see that it goes around a bend almost immediately.
And here, here down the tunnel, there are also roaches.
Yes,
Carrying food and meat and
some
like
are
that.
moving into that tunnel, some are moving even deeper.
Well, have to say that they are exhibiting the Mel Stonegazer and I. We encountered them a time ago when we were in an inn, and they were also doing the same thing. Those roaches were taking everything that could be considered food, and apparently they're doing the same. Maybe they're growing their numbers, or they're feeding something. But anyways, let's go deeper into that cave. Although sent the lift back upstairs.
Yeah. Let's go deeper and not stuff. I'm gonna actually shout up to the others that there's another tunnel and we're going deeper and not into the tunnel.
You should wait down. You should wait for us to come down. Send the lift back up.
As you're going deeper, you don't see another tunnel for about 2 minutes before hitting the ground. Like after 2 more minutes of going down, you hit the ground, and there is another tunnel. Or you're actually more in like a round room with 4 tunnels going off in all the cardinal directions.
Can I see which one of them most the roaches are going towards?
Um,
And by the way, I just realized I had dark vision, so never mind the light.
yeah. One of them is the one on the opposite side of your cage opening. Is the one where most of the stuff is carried to.
All right then. Should we get out and send the lift back up?
Well, should not someone operate the lift back up, or
It's
go?
no. It's if you let go of it, it moves back up.
Oh yeah, half the way down, you would also have seen like a metal counterweight basically go up, which should have by now arrived at the top.
Okay. Well, yes, strength in numbers.
Well, Mol will walk up to the counterweight and begin pulling on it.
You pulling us back up?
He's pulling the cage back up so that the other 3 players can climb inside and go down.
I think the other 2 are currently still in the cage.
I thought they moved off the cage. Sorry.
The counterweight is also the cage is basically above a hole, and the counterweight is then like almost 10 feet into that hole. So there's 10 feet of hole between you and the counterweight.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's basically a huge metal block.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna hold the pulley for a bit. Wait for Arahan to step out, and then as soon as he gets out, I'll step out as well and let go of the pulley.
Yeah, and with that, as soon as you let go, the cage goes up at breakneck speed, way further than it went, way faster than it went down. And also way louder than it went down. And as that happens, you hear voices coming from one of the tunnels saying, I think I heard something. Let's check. And you see a flickering light coming nearer through the tunnels, and with that, I think we'll take our first break.
All right.
Nice.
Is it fine if during the breaks we can I have an idea during the breaks and quickly discuss it with Load?
Yeah, do you want me to leave the microphone open for stream or not?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I will just put up the taking a quick break black screen, but I will leave your guys' microphone up.
All right.
No, what I miss?
So
We are on break.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom and came back and like, hey, we're on break. So, oh shit.
Real quick idea. Since we don't know if those people are hostile or not, I think I stand a better chance in like hand-to-hand combat between the 2 of us. So I'd like it if Arahant could like hide in one of the tunnels that they're not coming from, while Clarf stands in the middle, like completely open, and like waves at them, being like, "Hey there! We're just investigating here to like try to get the attention of them, and if anything goes wrong, or if they take me in or something like that, you still have the chance to alert the others."
You
Are we waiting
answered-
on the elevator to come? Like, what are we
So-
doing?
Yes, the three of you are well. The elevator should be up again
Yes,
by now.
the elevator is currently rocketing towards us.
Okay.
Um,
Then I'm
but to answer your question, Maurice, yes, Arahant would before putting his light out, he would go into one of the side tunnels, and when he goes into one of those tunnels, then he will put his light out,
Okay,
hoping that with their light that is coming towards us, that will be sufficient to see things, because as a human I don't have dark vision.
Yep, that's gonna be my issue.
In that case, just a quick thing. Let's think of a code word for running away.
And
How about anyone?
Bond
Anyone?
gets like
Anyone?
nice and
Anyone
roasted up,
for?
and he
Anyone
feels
for?
the mandibles on his shoulder.
How about the code word for running away would be anyone for a quick drink?
I'll quickly BRB. I'm get myself something to drink.
Nah. Mel's
Me
gonna be
also.
bitching about the elevator and how he can't see anything. Let's wait.
I will quickly go to the bathroom. So
I didn't know we were going on break. I would have waited.
All right, I'm back, and I see we're still on break.
Yeah, I'm just chilling here.
I am back. Um,
What the fuck? BRB, my cats are making some weird noises.
yeah. If you're not discussing anything regarding the game anymore, I will just turn off all the audio on stream. And take away the break screen. I said take away the break screen. There we are again.
Oh, by the way, I made a royalty-free clip art sort of temporary token for Mole.
Good. Ah. Yeah, works.
So, before we continue, am I right? I've brought up a little drawing. Is this about the place where we are?
Yes.
So the bottom of a cavern, four ways that go from the cardinal points, a cage
Exactly.
in the middle, and around the cage, the hole in which the counterweights balances.
Yes. You are. Yeah, basically. So you obviously can't see the counterweight right now because you're at the bottom, but it should be coming down very soon.
Okay, but that's the that,
Yeah, that's.
that's the
Yeah.
visualization of what we okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, when we hear those voices and we see the lights coming, or at least we see a light or the glow of a light coming closer. Arahant will look at um, will quickly look at one of the four cave entrances, one that has the fewest, if possible, none of the roaches and other insects, and will hastily go inside one of those tunnels. And when he's inside, he will put out his light, the light spell.
Does the cloth actually follow him, or?
No. The plan for Cloth is actually, as soon as he is made sure that Arafan is out of the way, essentially he's going to talk towards the way that the light's coming from and say, "Oh, hello, is somebody there?"
Yeah, you get a response. Yes, who are you? What are you doing down here?
Oh, well, name's Clarf. I've been just investigating the area. I saw that like the entire town was boarded up and pretty much nobody was in here. And I saw some roaches coming down here carrying different things, and I was just like, okay, might as well investigate.
Hmm.
Don't worry, I'm alone.
Yeah. And by this point, with a loud clank, the metal counterweight crashes upon the floor, and the cage arrives at the top again.
Okay,
Mole,
probably.
yeah, Mole is going to climb into the cage.
Yes, I will as well.
You'll go to the corner, try and give as much space for everyone else as possible.
Bruges will try to step in as himself, and if he can't fit, then he will turn into something smaller.
Yeah, you're probably the three, at least two of the heaviest guys in the party. I'm assuming the most space would be taken up by if it was Class Rouge and Mule. But still, your very wide frames of the elephant and the satyr are too much to fit all three of you in there.
Okay, so yeah, then I turn like a badger.
Okay. That's not the first animal I think of when trying to fit into small spaces, but it works.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like crawl through a hole. I'm trying to have enough space so that I am in this cage without falling through it.
Yeah, also true. And I'm assuming you want to start moving down.
I said skip the first tunnel, so just head down.
Full speed or trying to go as fast as possible, or
Well, at what point do we lose any light to see? Because I'm a human, and
basically once the cage has been lowered a few meters into the hole.
well, then not too fast, because Mel does not like not being able to see where he's going.
If you're going at like the same medium speed as the others, it will take about 2.5 minutes to arrive at the bottom.
I mean, they didn't sound like they were in any danger, so.
We begin making our way down, then, yeah.
Yeah, around the corner come 4 people. 2 of them armed. The other 2 just carrying pickaxes and shovels and the like. The 2 armed ones are also wearing chain shirts and a shield. And one of the unarmed ones is carrying a torch. So why would you come down here? Can't you see it's dangerous?
Well, I mean, I thought it was dangerous, but I mean, you guys are down here, so what are you doing here?
We're just waiting, trying to wait out whatever happens here.
Waiting it out.
No,
How long have you been down here?
I'd say like a day.
A day? How long will your supplies last?
We usually take rations for a week down with us just in case a column breaks or something like that.
So, do you guys know anything about these roaches that are carrying all this stuff? And I point like all around at the roaches.
They have been tearing apart the village up top, but they I don't know if they're just ignoring us down here or what's going on, but
So you never thought to investigate?
I don't really fancy being torn apart by insects.
Fair point.
Do you want us to show you to the show you the way to the others?
Oh, there's more. Well, that'd be lovely.
And they are basically taking a few steps towards you. One of the unarmed women is or one of the unarmed people. This one happening to be a woman is taking your hand or attempting to take your hand. I don't know if you want to let her.
I'll actually let her.
Okay.
Wait, before I let her. On a dwarvish scale from 1 to 10, how hot is she?
On a dwarfish scale.
Yeah, how thick is her beard?
Yeah. When describing her, does the word barrel come up?
Voluptuous. One might even say thick.
She seems to be quite, let's say, robustly built, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll let her take my hand.
If you want to be polite, you could say she has matronly hips.
Yeah.
As I take her hand, I'm just gonna be like, as I take her hand, I say, "Ooh, your hands are lovely rough."
Yeah. She just says, okay, follow me. Do you think you can help get us out here? Out of here?
Oh, definitely. Do you want me to call my friends over? I mean, I have a party of people that are nearby.
Yes. That sounds great. I just want to get out of here. I don't want to be eaten alive. And she starts crying and basically starts going for a hug.
Can I make an insight check to see if that's real crying?
Yes,
Or if
you
that's,
may.
like... Okay, there we go. 14. No, wait, never mind. 12. Sorry, forgot to scroll down.
She seems quite genuine to you. And who would distrust the damsel in distress?
Point. I'm gonna go back to the middle of the shaft where I assume the counterweight's had since been lifted since the others have on their way down.
The question is, do you let her hug you?
Actually, yes, I shall hug her.
Yes, and
Oh boy.
as that happens, you do feel sharp pain in your stomach, as if something is piercing right into it. Wait, let me actually bring up the description. Yeah, as you look down, there's a chitinous spike protruding from her stomach and piercing right into you. And let me just roll the other 2d4. And I rolled them to GM because I'm an idiot. Yeah.
16 damage. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. The first two were like pretty... Wait, where does the +1 come from? What did I do? Why did...
Wait.
How did...
So it's a... Oh wait, no, it's not 16
It'll
damage.
be 15 then. 15, yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I accidentally rolled another D2 unidentified put another D2 2d4 unidentified damage into the roll. Okay. Oh yeah, but okay. The damage number rolled above already is the number for a crit. Okay. So it's just 13.
Okay.
Crits on me?
Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna like
with
look
level
down
3
at my-
characters.
Like I mentioned, once you're like the Spike mentions, if you're grappled, it just hits and crits.
I'm gonna look down at my pissed stomach, look back up towards her, look down to my stomach, look up to her. Fuck!
The three
I'm gonna
guys.
shout that as loud as I can so that everyone can hear me.
The three guys up there can make a perception check to see if they can actually hear it.
Okay, because I sure as hell not gonna see it. But apparently, I'm not gonna hear it because my sheet's not wanting to load.
I think Roll20 is lagging.
Oof.
18 perception for Bruges.
Well, I will roll a d20
Yeah,
because I know I have
18
plus
should
3.
be enough for you, even through the rumbling of the cage, be able to hear someone screaming below.
Maybe I'll roll a dice someday.
Hang on, I'm reloading. Yeah, Morg got 11 for perception.
I'm gonna reload as well, see what it does.
I mean, as long as one of you guys notices, it should be enough, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. For the...
Currently a badger, so I can't really say anything about it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Someday...
Your token art is fantastic, Ted.
Yeah. I just had to change it because I forgot that was an old token I used for a game that I didn't put on the internet anywhere, and it's like, oh right, we need something that is royalty free.
Mm-hmm. That's why I have the clip art grapes for my character until we get
There we go.
official art made.
Yeah.
Completely unnecessary, but...
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So you are hearing someone scream from down there. Or not someone, you definitely hear Klaus scream.
They've gotten themselves into trouble.
Oh dear, we better help the poor lads out. Can this blasted thing go any faster?
If you guys want to get uncomfortable, I can just turn massive and then fuck it up.
Well, like I said, Mel can't see shit right now, so he just feels himself going down. Kind of holding on to the satyr a bit to, not get too, motion sick and weird.
He's very warm to the touch. Yeah, and slightly sweaty.
Nah, that's why I have gloves.
Well, lads, I got myself some torches. I could light one up to us so we could see.
The badger just very emphatically nods his head.
All right then. Mull will reach into his side satchel and pull out a torch, and using his horns as a flint, he will sort of light it up like a sweeping motion, and hold it above and behind his head, so he doesn't blind himself.
So, first of all, let me get everything into initiative and stuff. Let me actually open an initiative tracker and probably clear that as well. Is that clear?
I'm cool with a 21.
What's a 21?
There was a 21 in there from the last time we
Ah,
were in it.
yeah. Where do I have it? There. layer, token layer. And I should have...
So they're
you
over
all
there.
can already roll initiative.
Ooh, not 20.
Very
The
nice.
exact opposite of 21.
Except you forgot to click on your token.
I got a 4. Oh well, I'd rather it on the initiative than on the attack roll.
That's where I
That's
can't select anything. Because I'm still operating in the GM layer.
Yeah, I assume all three of us are like gathered around each other because we're coming down the elevator.
Is it me or is Roll20
Yeah,
bit
lagging.
Yeah,
It
I had
is.
to
It's
reload
lagging.
it.
Yeah. It is a Friday night, so it makes sense.
Is anyone not in the tracker yet? 1, 2, I see 3 of you in the tracker.
It's because Maurice forgot to click on his token.
Oh, yeah.
The elephant, at a turn.
I was already in there.
How do I do that?
You click on your token, then you go to your character sheet and click initiative.
Or you, use, a wonderful macro such as... I will just put a point at the start. No. How do I actually post the macro without activating the macro?
Quotation marks. Add quotation at the front and the end.
Yeah.
Also,
this thing.
also,
No, it still didn't allow me to send.
Post in Discord. Post in Discord.
Yeah. Let's see if there's also something in there that Discord just decides to.
Ooh,
You
very
can.
fancy.
Jan, you added Bruges twice to the initiative tracker and gave Bruges Maurice's initiative. Like I was
What?
already in there, then you added me again.
Oh yeah. Oops.
So when you post this macro, do you have to edit anything else? Do you have to add your custom name or anything like that, or just post
No.
it as it is?
No.
Are
It
you
just
sure
rolled
that-
initiative for the token you have selected.
Oh, nice, cool.
Wait,
Are you sure that's the right command? Because that seems really long.
Macros are very long.
I can just also make it visible to all players. So now you always have like an initiative button, like in the top left, I think, as soon as you have a token selected. If I got it right.
Where
should I place my token?
Just place it anywhere on the map. Or on the like screen. Probably near the other characters. And then I will just add your turn and make it a 20.
Yeah, but you would be the one beside the chick that got grabbed. Then the elephant and Satyr up here by me.
Yeah.
We're all in the elevator.
Can somebody explain the 14.16?
Oh yeah, just gotta have the Dex tiebreaker activated.
I usually have that activated by default, but for some reason in my... I think in both of my Scream games I accidentally turned it off. I don't know.
Basically, the point of it is that it adds your dexterity mod after your initiative count. So that if
Yeah,
someone
so the
rolls...
initiative he rolls.
So if
the
someone else
initiative he
rolls a
rolled-
14, then whoever has the highest dex will have the highest initiative.
Yeah. The 14 is his initiative, and the 16 is his dexterity. And the 16 is his dexterity stat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in my score, my modifier is 3. That's the score.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if I had rolled a 14, then I would be, if I had the thing on, I'd be 14.-1.
Yeah, so I would go ahead of you.
I rolled a 14.
Yep.
The woman that doesn't have class grappled right now begins standing basically right next to him as well, and just attempts to club him.
That misses.
Yeah, just her shovel that she attempts to use just gets stopped by a ceiling that's slightly lower than she expected.
Didn't want to click that, but I'd actually want to do that, so let's just do that.
Yeah.
I technically just wanted to read, but now that I remember, I think I'll just use it.
Yeah, that's a ranged attack, right? So you would have disadvantage on it while you are in melee.
Well, then, never mind. I'll just use my weapon then. Wait, yeah, I'll just use my weapon. Now the 17 hit?
The person who's grappling you?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And then that's... Okay, for some reason that doesn't roll damage. How do I roll damage?
Clicking the name of the weapon in chat.
Yeah, click on the war pick.
Oh, there we go. 11 piercing.
That just straight up kills her.
I'm just gonna like ram my pickaxe in her and be like, that was rude.
Yeah. And you see that like you don't actually see anything weird except the chitinous spike protruding from her stomach. Yeah. Anything to do with your bonus action?
I'm checking right now, but I don't think so. Actually, is that a bonus action or is what that? No, that's an action. In that case, as a bonus action, I'll just shout code word.
Ah, code words.
Very subtle.
Yeah, and as
I hope, Lord, you got what I mean.
I do.
As you sadly are the only target, one of the armed people charges at you, dropping their spear and instead attacking you with chitinous protrusions bursting forth from his hand, but I don't know, it just bursts. It was still in the process of bursting through, and he just gives you a slap. Leading up.
That's even more rude.
Which would lead us to the Mal, who I think is the one who's actually pulling the pulley.
Yes. Good question. How far away from the ground is he?
So to go all the way down at like medium speed, it would take 2 minutes. At fast speed, basically to go any faster, you can make. First of all, you can just go fast with 2 people pulling. Like going fast as a single person makes it like 1.5 minutes. Going fast with 2 people puts it down to 1 minute. And each turn you can make an athletics check and reduce the number of turns it will take by the number rolled divided by 5, or in 5-point intervals.
All right. In that case, we'll make that check and to try and hurry up the process. And he's going to yell at Clarf, "Help me out here, buddy! I need to get down this blotted thing down faster."
It's Mel. He
Oh.
grabs the thing.
Oh, Mel. Sorry, yeah, Clarf is down. Sorry, yeah, I'm still getting used to names. My bad.
Are you good?
That was a 14 for
Being
my
like Garfield,
athletics.
man.
Yeah.
So that'll be 2 turns faster.
Yeah. So I will mark down 8 turns left. Yeah. that brings us to the dead woman. Yeah.
I hope she doesn't do much.
Yeah, she doesn't actually do much.
I was half expecting a fucking big ass bug just to erupt out of her.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Alien, to be honest.
Yeah. And that immediately brings us to the guard behind her, who also tries to charge you with a chitinous blade and probably also fails. Does a 15
Yeah.
hit you? Yeah, no, okay.
Nope, 18 is my AC.
Okay, but this one doesn't fail spectacularly. He just glances off on your armor.
Less rude. I like your style.
Which will lead you up to our hand.
Mhm. So the light from the torch that one of those three or four, no, three because one is down, is carrying gives enough illumination
Yeah,
to be able to see. Okay, well, and in that case, having well, having seen the the scene, um, and then hearing the cry from Claude, Arahant will leave his the hole where he was in, go a bit go a short distance, about can I go about 20 feet closer?
yes.
Mhm. And then he will stretch out his hand and start muttering something, and he will use his bonus action to cast healing word on uh, Clarth. It was a bad roll, but you heal for 4.
That's something. All right.
And with his action, because I use the spell as a bonus action, uh, continues to mutter, and his hand where the glowing energy came and healed some of the wounds starts to change, gets a crimson, ruby crimson color, starts to flame, and casts a firebolt.
Awesome.
To which one is dead? The one who pierced
Yes,
heart?
that one is dead.
Okay. Well, then he will throw his firebolt at the woman who tried to hit him with her shovel.
Yeah.
So firebolt. Where is my firebolt? Here is my firebolt. 16 to hit for 8 fire damage.
Yeah. That's it, and that does damage, and that does kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that concludes the turn of Arahant.
Can the removal button
Maybe
work?
he will end by saying, "There is more of that coming."
Yeah. That will lead us to Bruges.
Bruges is a badger.
Yes.
What
Okay.
elevator?
Good turn. Wait, would the badger be strong enough to properly pull something?
I don't think so.
No.
It's a tiny creature.
Not
Yeah.
strength.
He could like bite the rope at the bottom and try pulling it with his mouth.
Yeah, like the only thing I can think of is just dispel this, turn back into Bruges, and then hope we live.
Is the
Oh.
cage already down?
I mean,
and-
technically, you could hop off the elevator and just let your beast form take the brunt of the fall.
That's actually a fair point. You could just literally jump down.
yeah, well, but
Just shift back as
You-
soon as you get the ground.
Your beast form would die, but you shift back to Bruges.
The dying and beast form still carries over the remaining damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
That is true.
I don't know
That's
how
true.
much health your badger form has. I'm
3.
Okay.
and if the cage is still going down, not having been downstairs, I do not think that our badger would see or know that there is a gap of 10 feet, so he could fall into the hole.
Oh, true, and then just fall to his death.
No, at the bottom, there's actually no hole.
Yeah, like you guys hit the ground and then you got off.
Yeah.
Eh,
Ah,
But I have no idea how fucking deep that is. It took like 2 minutes before you guys set the thing back up.
Yeah.
So for all I know, this thing is like hundreds of feet deep, and so that's like, all right, sick. You're taking 30d6 damage. Blaps.
Let's get caps. But yeah.
It'll most likely be, I'll save you.
I would
What was that? You
actually,
guys hear?
I would actually have that because you're a tiny creature. You don't weigh as much, but still probably too much.
Yeah, it's ill-advised, especially when I
Yeah.
can't see the bottom.
Yeah.
I could see the bottom. That'd be one thing.
Okay, then you're just standing around doing badger things.
I am here for emotional support.
I mean,
Are you gonna be the emotional support animal of the group?
I mean, I'm the closest thing to an animal in this group.
true.
Fair point.
Looking down, am I able to see anything going on?
Looking down, you would actually see light at the bottom. So yeah, you can actually see the bottom from here.
Oh, actually, in that case,
And,
I didn't know
and
we
if
could actually see
he's-
the bottom. Is
would they also be able to see the firebolt who flamed?
Yes.
any chance I could do like a perception check or something and guesstimate the distance?
Yeah, you may. Mm,
That's a 14.
yeah. I'm just rolling to see how much I anyway, your best guess would be 110 feet.
Yeah, that's a bit too far for me to jump.
Eh. Am I able to get any sight on the aggressors?
What side?
Yeah, like a sight, like be able to see the people attacking our friend.
Yes, you do.
Okay, and if I can, I will take a shot at them.
Okay, yeah, you may try.
I mean, they're within range.
Yeah.
I will roll because I doubt that hits.
No.
Superiority die, so I'll add a D8 to that for precision shot. Another 5 on there.
Yeah. With another 5 on that, that would be a 13. That still actually doesn't hit. You're you see like the bolt going a little bit in, going like actually piercing the chain shirt, but so you see a hole in there, but then it just bounces off.
No, I might fight more stuff, so I'll save my action surge. That's all.
Yeah. And with that, we'll come back around to Cloth. And I'll just remember to reduce the counter by one.
Right. So I'm gonna hit the person that is not the next person in initiative order, but the other guy, the one after that, the one that rolled an 11.
Yeah.
I hate how it calculates my stuff on that. Makes it weird.
I just realized. Am I far enough away to cast a spell now that's ranged, or
I think basically every one of them is in melee with you.
can I take I think it's a movement action to take a 5-foot step back, right?
I mean, you can use your movement to move. Yes.
But like without provoking attack of opportunity, how would that work?
That would be the disengage action with it, which is an actual action.
Oh, fuck that then. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna hammer him with my war pick.
Yeah.
Let's see if that hits. 20.
Yeah.
Again, 11 piercing. I've rolled max damage twice in a row. I'm quite happy about that.
This guy doesn't seem to be going down as quickly as the commoners.
In that case, I will use my Divine Smite.
Yeah.
At first level, so give me a sec to take off that spell slot. And then that's can I just how do I no.
I think you can just roll 2d8, can't you?
What's the command for rolling?
You can either do like /R 2d8, or you
Okay,
can
which one?
from the like bar on the left, there's a dice symbol which allows you to quickly roll that stuff. Oh yeah.
So yeah, 6.
He seems to be wounded but still alive.
Okay.
One tough copy.
Actually, and for my bonus action. Wait. So how many channel divinities do I have per day?
You do one per short rest as far as I know.
Yeah, Paladin.
One per short
One
rest.
ever.
I
Okay,
think
yeah,
channel divinities are short rest. It's a short rest.
Yeah, they
so,
are.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, I guess I'm done.
Which Paladins get 1 and clerics get up, I think maybe up to 3.
3, yes, at level 18 or 19, something like that.
So more realistically too.
Weirdly enough, Twitch just said I needed to reconnect to the chat, but I don't think the stream was actually down. I don't know what happened there.
Stream wasn't down. I'm watching it in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah. And from moving on to the next turn, you actually hear barking and yelling coming from another one of the tunnels. Sounding like it's moving towards you. Which leads us to the guard that hasn't been wounded yet. Which is just trying to hit the paladin and failing miserably. I would usually let it drop its weapon, but it's kind of part of its bone. So it can't really drop. I don't know, he just falls down.
So he's
He's
prone.
now prone, yes. Which leads us to Mal on the road.
Yeah, he's going to go for another athletics check to try and go faster.
Yeah.
That is an 11, so 2 turns faster.
Yep.
And he's like chanting, "Come on, come on, come on, you blasted thing! Be quicker!" And that's my turn.
That,
When he gets ornery, the goat comes out.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can actually get a hit.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. It isn't even
Oh,
that
flank
impressive
shoot.
of a weapon.
Good hit though.
It's literally just a scimitar.
Great hit, minimum damage.
Quick question: when so is it whenever is it when I cast a ranged spell attack against someone in melee range, I have disadvantage? But if other people are in my melee range and I cast a ranged spell on someone else, would I still get that disadvantage?
Yeah,
'cause
it's
they're
while
inhibiting
you
you.
are while you are in melee, you have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so long as you are within 5 feet of any hostile creature, all your ranged shit is at disadvantage, no matter who you're targeting.
Unless you got Crossbow Expert.
Which
Yeah.
It works for spells, because wizards can't write things.
Which
Yes, wizards famously illiterate.
What? Oh.
My favorite thing to reference is like, you hold 2 daggers in your hands. You swing. You drop a dagger. You forget how to swing your fist, apparently.
Well, yeah, a dagger and a fist are different things.
Even though it's
I
basically
mean,
the
how
same
do you
motion.
swing a fist? I mean, that's just illogical.
You're apparently two-handing the dagger now.
I think
That's how martial arts were formed. Just someone tried to swing their hand like a sword. I get it now.
I think I've heard it somewhere that you can actually make an attack with empty hand as like a bonus action.
If you're a monk, I've not heard it otherwise.
But it's
Yeah, I
just,
think
you
with- I
know,
think
it's
with
just
the,
the default unarmed attack that just deals 1 damage, so
Yeah. If you're unless you're a monk, we have the time roll of feet. Yeah. And the fighting style as well. You can do martial bludgeoning damage with your fist.
Yeah, it's a whole like a bonus action allowing you or getting the bonus action economy to do it. Like a class has to give it to you,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or a feature or something. Unless you were ruling by dual weapon fighting, but your fist I don't think counts for that because it's not a weapon.
For some reason.
well, they ain't seen these since, have they?
I think I would count it as a light weapon, but unless you have like, you know, the 2 weapon fighting style, it literally deals 1 damage without any bonus, so it's not even worth to roll.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, our
Okay. So the one who has been trying to hit Clark several times but couldn't is down on his knees.
Yeah, he's currently prone. Yes.
Okay, lamenting, I suppose. And the other one is still attacking Clark.
Indeed. He
Yeah,
looks to
okay,
be severely wounded.
and
And actually, what I wanted to mention, as you actually hit him underneath the chain shot, you actually hear something crack, like as if you're breaking through something. But anyway,
Actually, can I quickly say something to Arahand, even though it's not my turn?
yeah, you may.
Let's leave one alive for questioning. That's all I'm gonna say.
okay. Well, in that case,
But like the commoner, not one of the strong guys.
but
Thank you.
the two commoners are already dead.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, shite. Well,
One was burned
As
to death
commoners
with
do.
my fire
Don't
bomb,
forget
and the
that
other was
our hand spotted more coming.
Yeah, the more people coming are actually coming from the tunnel our hand is currently in. So he would hear them behind him.
Okay. Well, in any case, seeing one of those two guards on the ground and the other one still in close combat, Arahant will 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 close the gap and be right beside Clark. He will look into the eyes of the guard that is attacking Clark, and he will say with an ominous voice, "Flee!"
Ooh, nice.
And Arahant will cast command.
Love it.
The guard has to do a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. If he fails, he must run away from Arahant by the fastest way possible. Damn.
That's unfortunate.
Indeed. It was a good try.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, Badger.
How far am I away from the ground now?
Give me another perception check. You must have been making quite the headway because I think it's only 40 feet now.
Sick. Bonsai. Out of there.
Okay. Fall damage was D4 per 10 feet.
D6.
D6.
Okay, it was a D6. So it's actually 50 feet and not 40. But
Give or take 10 feet.
Well, that changes everything.
and as I said, you're tiny, so half this damage. But you're probably not a badger anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so half 17, so I'm taking 8, 9? 8, okay.
D&D, I think the second rule or something in the...
Yeah, round down.
Yeah,
You
always round down.
unless told otherwise.
Exactly.
Yep. Alrighty,
Although
so
I
5
don't
damage.
like rounding down damage at 1 to 0. Because I think that's weird.
Yeah. Alrighty,
What do you
so
mean? Barbarians just shrug it off with their massive muscles.
Yeah, you have arrived at the floor.
sick. I crash down there. Little badger just poof, and then bursts back up into fucking Bruges. Ow.
You right down there, buddy?
I'm good. So the two remaining people, like, how close are they to each other?
They are basically standing within 5 feet of each other.
All right, sick. I will use my final wild shape ability to summon my wildfire spirit directly on top of them. So just above them, I just kind of point my staff above them, and then just exploding out of a ball of fire is a bird made of fire, and they have to both make dexterity saving throws.
Okay, or take how much damage?
2d6 fire.
Ooh.
It's got to be a DC 13.
Man, they got hot saves tonight. Okay, that one.
The dex is actually good, though, in comparison to their wisdom.
Okay, so one of them takes nothing.
Oh, it's actually full save. Okay.
The other one takes 9 points of fire damage.
Oh. Going by the left to right rule, the one that did the second roll was the prone one, and yeah, okay. So I was like, if the first one would be at disadvantage, you could go with would be prone. They would have had this. No, that doesn't matter at all anyway.
Yeah, like the first guy, even if he had disadvantage, he still succeeded.
Yeah. Okay. So the second one just takes 9 damage. Okay.
Yep. And then just kind of floating 5 feet above them is one of those birds you see on the backs of elephants in those nature documentaries, but he's made of fire.
Awesome.
That's an interesting thematical idea.
Yeah, I really like it.
Well, and they are there to pick off parasites on the elephant. So it's doing basically the same thing, but not of the elephant, of other people.
And that's. I think that thing has its own initiative, or does it go on yours?
It goes directly after my turn.
Oh, directly after yours.
Yeah, and then I'll use my bonus action to command it to so like it hit anything within 10 feet of himself. So I'm hoping that I could have him so that he popped in like just out of melee range of the two guys on the ground, but still hit him with the explosion.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then bonus action on my turn, command him to fly up a little bit and then shoot the one that avoided the explosion. Because yeah, on my turn I can use my bonus action to command him to do something.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, he floats up at about 10 feet and then uses the flame seed ability. That is an 18 to hit.
You would expect that to hit, but he just pulls his shield up in time. They have an AC of 19.
Okie doke. Yeah, so then that is its turn. And we done here.
Yep. Mel, you're still in the lift.
Yeah. I've gotten a little bit lower down, but I'm gonna shoot at the one that's not prone because I would like to do so without disadvantage.
Okay.
Now that I know that his AC is real high, I will take off sharpshooter.
Well,
I would
I
say
may
if you're shooting from on top, I would, like, from directly above, I think you would actually have advantage against a prone target and not disadvantage.
If that's your call, then I will take it.
Like, usually it's disadvantage because of the flat profile, but you're looking straight down.
Then I will shoot at him then. And I think I need to roll because if they have 19,
Yep.
I will roll a d8.
Precision attack.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You did say you take the sharpshooter off, or did you actually leave it on?
I
Yeah,
left
you
it on
left
because of the advantage.
Ooh.
So that was my bad. But then I rolled a 1, so I miss again. I literally needed average on the die, but okay.
And as the footsteps from the tunnels are getting louder, we're coming back to Clav.
I'm gonna tell Arahant, you should better go to the other side. So like they attack, so that they attack me, and then Warpig, the one was the one prone, the one that took damage, or the other one?
The one prone took the explosion damage. The one not prone took all the damage from you.
Then I'll hit the prone one.
Okay.
So that's attack with advantage, right?
Exactly.
19,
That hits.
6 piercing.
Still alive though.
Should I smite or should I go? Well, I don't. Nah, I'm not gonna smite. Might come back and bite me in the ass later, but yeah.
The last thing Mel did with his turn was kind of curse at Moloch. Keep the damn thing steady!
I'm trying to get blasted, idiot.
And as that happens, from the tunnel behind our hand, there is a creature sprinting, so basically taking the dash action to almost get into melee. So it basically used the dash action and has entered the room. The prone guard stands up, and I need to select the correct layer to actually select them. And yeah, still slashes at the paladin.
Ooh, crit.
Oof. He's making
Very
up
good
for his two previous misses.
Good old crit fail into crit. Yeah, that's damage.
How you looking over there, Clarth?
He got hit so hard he died.
Apparently.
Yeah. Mole.
Alright, hopefully one last athletics check to get to the bottom. 14 again, so another 2 turns.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's basically 10 feet above the ground now.
Alright, since it's 10 feet, Mol is going to leap off from the left and landing here. Take a roll of 4 damage, so that's the d6, right?
I mean, it's 10 feet above the ground. You can't just grab it, like let yourself down kind of slowly, and you're not going to take any
Besides you're a
damage.
monk, you can just slow fall.
Not yet, I don't know it yet.
Oh, it's a 4th? I thought it was 3rd for some reason.
I think it's 5th level, but yeah. Well, in that case, he'll wait until it's low enough, then he'll very awkwardly sort of like tumble his way out.
I'm just saying, if you're like going down while basically still grabbing the cage with one hand and then letting yourself fall, you can basically cut off like 10 feet off the fall, so it should be below 10.
Then he'll do that, yeah, and then he'll tumble, land with a roll.
Yeah.
And then he will rush up to the big creature.
Yeah.
And he's going to spend a key point to use a patient defense bonus action to take for dodge action on his turn.
Okay.
Yep, that's my turn. He's in a defensive stance, ready for anticipating the next incoming blow.
Yeah. Which brings us to the guard that just has been whispered to, or that just has been commanded by our hand, but we resisted it. And it just looks at him, yelling, "No!" and slashes at our hand.
Which one of the two attacks is?
It's a 19. It's
the
not a
19.
crit.
Arahant.
Did you want to cast shield?
Yes.
Okay.
Arahant, hearing something behind him, turning his head around, seeing a big creature, starts to yelp. Wah! And almost instinctively is saying Shekur! And indeed, a shield appears around him. My armor class of 15 becomes a 20.
You're standing basically right next to the paladin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the paladin has that wonderful magical shield that now starts glowing and is a +1 shield for 8 hours.
So now I have an AC of 19 then.
Yeah. The shield actually had like a face motive in front, and now the eyes have have opened up and are now glowing.
I honestly didn't expect this item to ever have any use outside of being a normal shield, and now I'm being proven wrong in session 1.
Yeah, that was that guard. Yeah, another one of the creatures basically comes sprinting out of another corridor, and I hate how much just putting things into token layer is currently lagging. Yeah, and that brings us back to our hand.
Well, fall.
There is a little voice in your head, basically saying something like "use me," and for some reason you in your head know how the false life spell is cast, as if you had it prepared.
What? Okay. A bit unsettled. But is it it's the first time that he has heard that voice?
Yes. It doesn't sound like anything from a vision or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, because Arhant is good-natured, he will cast the spell False Life.
Yeah, it's it just gives you 1d4 plus 4 temp HP. It's a normal False Life spell. But yeah, you now basically have it prepared.
Ooh. So 1d4. So that makes 7. 7 temporary HP. Okay. Well, that will be his turn because I think False Life is a action to cast.
Yes, it is.
Okay. On to Bruges.
Yeah, and you kind of hear at least laughter in your head.
Laughter.
Yeah, sounding a little bit evil.
Oh. Okay.
Not fully evil, just a little bit like someone. It just sounds mischievously. How's that word pronounced?
Mischievously.
Mischievously happy. Whoosh.
Alrighty then. So, Bruges is gonna kind of hold a staff up, parallel to the ground, and then you'll see like you'll see like from inside of it, like this glowing energy, like this, like the inside of the stick is actually on fire, as then 3 motes of fire just come flailing out of it, and as I cast Scorching Ray, targeting the 2 new creatures that are out there, and the guy who missed, and the guy who had dodged my explosion.
Okay.
So that is
3 attacks.
that's a miss on the first monster.
Okay.
11 on the second monster, which probably misses.
No, it has 11 AC.
Holy fucking shit.
The 11 does hit, though.
Holy.
You just get
God
2
damn.
nat ones almost in a row.
Yes, I got 2 nat ones almost in a row and then rolled 2 2s on the damage.
I've been there, bro.
Yes. The very first session.
Yeah, and so then I'll use my bonus action to command my spirit to just kind of like circle above one of the monsters and shoot the human and shoot the guard that missed with the flame seed. That's 23 to hit.
Yes, and I think that automatically rolled damage.
Yep.
And
So that's 6 fire damage.
yeah, and that is enough to take down that guard.
Outstanding. Yeah, as Bruges like fires other things, 2 of them miss. One of them just barely scrapes by. It's like, God damn it.
The monsters, the scorching ray didn't seem as effective as you would have expected against the monsters.
God damn it, her.
Mel.
I'm gonna hop off the elevator and then shoot at this boyo.
Okay.
These fucking rolls, bro. Okay, I'm putting another D8.
Is that your last?
Nah.
Okay.
At least it was max. There. I hit the damn thing.
Yes.
It's a 16.
Do you want to hit the one that was already damaged by the scorching ray or the other one?
I mean, it don't matter to me. I did call this one, so whatever that one
Okay.
was, I guess.
Well, that's the undamaged one. That thing looks barely alive.
Nah, I don't trust myself.
Uh, Also from the tunnel that our hunt was hiding in. Uh, uh, Basically a roped man comes out of there, or not fully out of there. He's still standing in the tunnel. I guess he has more movement than those things, and doesn't need to run that fast, so he actually gets to cast Bless on his 3 remaining allies. Yep. And I posted the spell card to gem, but I think people know how Bless works. There,
Yeah,
now I can see it.
need to get that off them pretty quick.
And the initiative returns to Clark.
All right. So we still have one weapon, one like of the chitin guys,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 monsters. And what are the other 2 things?
The other 2 things, one is the wildfire spirit that Bruges summoned, and the other thing is a roped figure who just casted Bless.
Against us, or
He blessed the 3 remaining enemies.
okay? So I guess I won't attack that guy. All right then. Yeah, I'll just pickaxe the guy on the ground.
But he isn't on the ground anymore. He's standing.
Yeah,
But you're pickaxing the
which one.
human. Yes. Okay.
That's a 17 to hit, so I guess that misses.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, normally, I should. It's a bit difficult with Roll20 because it already factors in the die roll. But if it's possible, DM, I would like to use one of my portent die.
Okay.
To make his initial roll a
If it's anything above a 12, I'd hit.
yes, it is a 15. I would
Then that would
I
hit.
would make his 12 into a 15.
When did you actually roll those portent dice?
Last session, we were at the Duke.
Yeah, I think more than a long rest passed between that.
Yeah, it's been like 4 days.
Yeah,
Yes,
you should
indeed.
probably re-roll those.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Do you want to
One
give
could
him
be
the
a nat
critical
20.
instead?
I was hoping to keep a critical for a guiding bolt at second level, which would do a shitload of damage, a ton load of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I will forego this and grant.
Keep it.
grant-
I think it's better if you hit the
No.
guiding bolt than if I hit a crit.
That guy also seems to be at fairly low health.
Actually, as my bonus action, can I try to grapple him, or is that a normal action?
That would consume one of your attacks, so it would be an action,
Dang it.
or later, like one of your attacks as soon as you have extra attack.
Okay. Sucks. Do I have anything that's not one action? Oh, actually, I do.
Divine Sense, I think, is a bonus action, isn't it?
How would that help in this situation?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's a bonus action.
Actually, I know this isn't gonna help me, but just for the sake of it, I'm gonna cast Iron Hand and turn my the arm that is carrying my my war pick into iron.
Now,
Just-
if that pick catches on fire, you won't take damage.
See, that's a bonus. So yeah, I'll just I'll end my turn there.
By the way, in the same book, there's the Iron Hand and the Iron Fist cantrip, and I confused them a lot. Like, there were multiple times where I wanted to use like Iron Fist to punch to be able to punch someone, and then I was like, I guess my hands are now resistant to fire.
It's the other way around. Iron Hand is the one that makes you resistant to fire, and Iron
Yeah.
Fist is the one that punches people.
Yes, yeah. That's
It's Iron Hand, the one I have.
Yeah, that was kind of what I wanted to say. Anyway.
It happens.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, that was a scorching ray. You know what? I think the guy that got scorching rate wants to take a little bit of revenge.
Oh fuck.
And tries to multi-attack Bruges with
Come at me, nerd.
bite and a claw.
The bite hits, claw misses.
Very cool. That's the point of piercing
Fuck
damage.
Intimidating.
Yes.
It's like a gentle love chomp.
By the way, those things are basically just dog-sized. They are not giant monstrosities.
Just raw XD nuzzles you.
Please, no.
Take 1 point of
Actually, now
cringe.
on you, Uvu. You're so cute. You're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bulge from across the floor.
Can you please stop?
Oh, no.
Can you please stop?
What I came back to.
You know what? By how much did the claws miss you?
The claws miss me by 3.
Okay, because that thing still has bless on it. Nope, still misses.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the guard. It's still in melee with the paladin, so it's trying to hit the paladin. But 14 doesn't hit.
Hey.
Bring up to
18
Mal.
AC for win.
Yeah. Mal is now
Engaged with one of these beasties. All right.
Yes.
So, Mal is going to, from his belt, take out what looks to be 2 bamboo rods tied together with a piece of string. With a flicking motion with his wrist, he will the 2 rods will flip open and extend to quite a reasonable sized staff. quarterstaff, and drunkenly still swaying, using the staff as a balance point. He will spin in motion, and then using the acceleration, will flip his staff over his head and try and whack the creature with a 200 swing. Missing, unfortunately.
Yep.
But not deterred, he will, as he misses, he will continue with the motion, go for a roundhouse kick on the creature's face as a bonus action. Does
That
11 hit?
hits.
Yep, it hits it across the chin for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that works. That hits. That damages.
Yep, and that's his turn.
Both of the creatures now look pretty much also close to death. Yeah. And that one will then try to attack you back, I guess. With the same multi-attack the other one used, and I think those both miss, right? Wait, the 13 could hit with a bless bonus. No. Does a 14 hit you? No. No, you have 15 AC. Yes. That wasn't an attack intended for Mal, but I think those both miss. Which leads us to our hand.
So what is still present and standing?
All the enemies that are actually still on the field are all still standing. Although everyone except the hooded caster figure are at low health.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case,
you know what? The voice in your head says, "Did you like that? Do you want more?"
Arhant will, not in his head but quite loudly, say no, 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 and we'll. So we have the quote-unquote caster. We have the one attacking.
Yeah, there's one in melee with the monk, one in melee with the druid, and the guard is in melee with the paladin.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh well, in that case, Arahant will make a gesture with his hand, utter a few words, and he will cast at second level a magic missile.
At?
Well, it should be at second level. So he will.
At what person?
Well, I will. There are 4 enemies. Each of them will receive a dart.
Okay. You need to click the magic missile like 4 times.
Not necessarily. You can just click it once, and since it's the same missile, it's 1 damage, but it's split by 4 targets.
No.
So,
it's D4 plus 1, and they're each different elements, so they gotta have damage.
Yeah, it's not an. Yeah, you need to roll 4 magic missiles.
Okay. Well, the first is.
I will just go from left to right.
Okay.
I think that just makes stuff easier. Yeah. So, one of the monsters dies. The caster wheels
Has
back and has to make a concentration save. Yes,
indeed.
and
Ooh, he
fails. No more blasts. And
That was
the
what I was
other
aiming
two,
for.
both basically have their remaining health halved. Yeah. So they both are like very, very low. Actually, all three enemies are very, very low. Anything at the bonus action?
Nope.
Okay.
The only things I have as a bonus action are spells. So.
Whoosh.
Alrighty. It worked so well the first time. Why not try it again? Let's do a scorching ray. Woo!
Oh yeah, the one in melee with you is dead. Okay.
Yep.
Also split amongst
so-
all three.
Yep. Again, just
Okay.
second verse, same as the first. So against the caster in the back. Yes. Oh, sorry. Wrong.
That's a
Wrong spell.
flaming sphere.
Yep, I hit the wrong button. So 13 hit on the caster.
That hits.
Okay, he takes
Use shield.
3 points of fire damage.
He
Against the big
seems
old-
to be almost dead.
Yep. Against let's do the next one against the human.
Okay.
15 to hit,
That doesn't hit.
of course.
The human is still like heavy armored.
Yep. Then yeah, fuck it. Last one against the fucking monster. Dirty 20.
That definitely hits.
12
And
points of fire
even
damage.
though the fire doesn't seem to be able to really burn its skin, it's still enough to kill it.
Tight. And then I will bonus action. Have my flaming spirit. Yeah,
Yep.
it'll huck a flame seed at the caster.
Yeah,
17 to hit.
that hits, that kills.
Tight.
Man, you leave the armadillo for me.
Well done there, lad.
It went a lot better than the first time I tried it.
So wait, what's still alive?
The one guard guy at basically no health.
Taking a shot at him. What the hell? Why is it still -3? I took off sharpshooter.
I don't know.
I don't
Well,
know,
because
that
we're trying to
calculation
flag
just
it.
looks weird.
Uh,
But I still miss.
Isn't that an 18? Because it's 16 plus 2 from the fighting style.
the 18 also barely isn't enough.
Ah, right.
Those,
Well,
those,
look,
He's a thick boy.
those
if
things
it's all right,
have.
I will sacrifice. I will, seeing that Mel is firing his trusted crossbow.
Will
And then Arhand sees everything slowing down and sees several possible outcomes. Picking one of them that seems to be successful, he pulls on that string of the tapestry and grants the natural 20 from his portent die to the roll of Mel.
Okay. Then I guess Mel can roll critical damage.
Oh, then just another 2. But 15 total.
Yep, that's an overkill by 11, and the dart basically goes just through him, goes out on the other side, and that guy's dead as well. And I'm not sure. After that fight, I think for the Europeans, it's getting quite late.
Yeah, it's 10:30 for me.
A 11:30.
It's 11:30 for me. Yeah.
11:30 for me also.
So I think we should call it quits here, or
Yeah, it seems like a good time. It's exactly 4
the
hours.
end of
Oh yeah.
got kinda dragged
But
back
no,
a
it was
little bit because
it was a great session though.
That was fun.
Yeah, I enjoy all your characters very much.
My apologies that we started a bit late because of my electrical issues.
No worries.
And this time I will not forget to let everyone else also say goodbye to the stream, like I always do.
Goodbye, everyone. Hopefully next session I'll have my new token art.
Yep. Take it easy, everybody.
See you all later.
Ciao,
Good
Leute.
night.
Have a good one, everyone.
Goodbye.